I'm Paul Brown. I am a native of Greenwood. I am a registered nurse. I'm the clinical educator for a large home health and hospice corporation. And here locally, I am an instructor at the Viking Cooking School. I'm the choir director and organist at one of the local churches here. I am the director of the Greenwood Chorale. And just like anybody else in a small town, I wear whatever hat is asked to be worn to keep things going and keep the community supported. Cooking has always been part of my life, whether it has been in the kitchen around family who have been cooking, letting me pitch in when I could, to finally starting to take over some of the family cooking at home in my teen years. And then that sort of blossomed into not just an interest in cooking, but a passion for cooking. The current manager of the cooking school, Kimberly, she was at the time looking for someone local to take on some classes. And so I was in the middle of our local grocery store. I hear my name being called out from the other end, and I see her, and she says, "Have you ever thought about teaching at the Viking Cooking School?" By the time we had finished the conversation in the middle of the grocery store aisle, I had agreed to do it, and by June of that year, I was an instructor. We have hands-on classes, so people come in to actually cook the food that they're going to eat. They learn how to cook the entire meal, start to finish, and then they get to eat what they cook. So all the classes are for a specific menu. French, Italian, Cajun Creole, you name it. Everything is prepped right there and cooked during the class. Once we're done, everyone sits around a large table and gets to enjoy the meal they just cooked together. In the end, the whole goal is to make sure that they take these things home and cook them themselves. I feel like teaching at the cooking school really gave me the confidence to take on a dream that I've had for a long time of publishing a cookbook. I don't know that I would have had the motivation to go ahead and take that first step had it not been for the cooking school. I grew up with parents both very much in service to their communities. My father was in law enforcement. My mother, now retired, is a nurse and was the director of the nursing program at Mississippi Delta Community College. So I started with a strong interest in healthcare, but just like anything that's shiny and flashy, I kind of got drawn towards music. I always had a strong interest in music, and so I pursued music for quite a while. In 2008, the impacts of the economic recession strongly affected the performing arts. So Baltimore Lyric Opera closed its doors, and I made the decision to move back home. And then things shifted, and when I needed a stable, steady career, I ended up choosing nursing. So Greenwood's a very unique place. I feel like we have a lot here. We're very rich in culture and heritage, and I think a lot of people that aren't from the area, aren't familiar with the area, are surprised to discover everything we really have here. The Greenwood Little Theater has been around. It's one of the oldest and longest running community theaters in the state. The Greenwood Chorale is our community chorus. So we have volunteers from both our Greenwood community and from surrounding communities who come in to prepare music to then give back to the community as a gift twice a year. I'm always so pleased at the response when I hear, I can't wait for the next chorale concert. When are you guys doing something else? When people come to take a cooking class, most of them are not from the area. You know, it's just normal to ask, well, what is there to do around here? I'm always going to have my recommendations for food. You know, I often direct them to the museum. We usually try to stay up to date with what's going on and the live music in the area so that we can direct folks there. You can always find something to do, and it's nice to be able to share that with people who come in who can experience that, and at the same time, it sort of reminds you and helps you appreciate what your hometown has to offer.